All right. So let me tell you the story about my first Black Thanksgiving. Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, I had left home very, very young. And it was hard because I was never with my family after I left home because everybody was busy or doing something else. Especially my dad. My parents always traveled a lot, and when I stayed with my dad, he was like never around. I mean, never. He was all over the world all the time. You had to make like reservations and weeks in advance to try to meet with him, and half the time he didn't show up. Not that he didn't want to, he just worked. He worked all his life, so always has. Anyway, so Thanksgiving, I didn't know how to react to Thanksgiving because I grew up in a family world where Thanksgiving was really a special time with family, especially when my grandfather was around. We used to have big, glorious Thanksgivings in Artesia, California, at my grandfather's, with all the cousins and relatives and the big old house and the secret passages and all that cool stuff at 1226 South Street in Artesia. You know, out by Knott's Berry Farm. My grandmother raised the chickens for Knott's Berry Farm till the day she died of cancer. Anyway, so and my parents, my mom and dad used to have big glorious parties because my mother was very fancy with champagne fountains and marble dining tables and all kinds of cool stuff. But anyway, my dad's captain in the Navy. So we did very well, or my mother was very good at spending his money. I don't know. But anyway, so when I left home after living with my dad for a little bit, um, I was at my friend Annie's house, which was a little garage apartment, really nice apartment, really, really nice. It was like a miniature house behind my friend Pepper's house. Pepper was a black girl, and everybody called her Pepper. She had gold tooth in the front. She's the nicest person in the world. And she had little kids. They were adorable. She had a white landlord and a 61 suicide door Lincoln sat in the driveway the landlord had even given her, which sat there for years. It stopped running or something. I would have liked to have that car. And so um, I was in Annie's house, and Annie stayed over some dude's house or something. She was hardly ever around. And so I was like trying to hide out. I didn't have a car at that time. So I was trying to hide out so nobody feels sorry for me or whatever. You know, I didn't want to come out for Thanksgiving at all. My work was closed and everything else. And Pepper's house was right down the street from King Henry the Eighth's in Hawthorne, just right down the street. Anyway, and of course she rented from her white landlord. But anyway, so I'm in the back house, and I'm trying to not be seen or anything else because I didn't want anybody to feel sorry for me for Thanksgiving. And so I was just kind of hiding out. And they came back to the back house and knocked on the door Thanksgiving morning. Came back there 3 or 4 times. Till finally, somebody knew I was in there and they climbed in through the bathroom window, scared the poo poo out of me. And they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you doing?" You know, I had a kitchen knife in my hand. Uh, and which I think I had a gun then too, but I had a kitchen knife in my hand standing in the bathroom door. And they came in through the window, and but they were like laughing, and I was scared to death. "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm sitting here." And they said, "Well, we want to have you come up for Thanksgiving." And you know, in California, it's kind of rude to drop in on people when they're eating and stuff. Only if you're invited, kind of thing. So, and I didn't want anybody to feel sorry for me, you know. And they're like, "You're not with your family and all that." And it's like, "No, you know, my dad's out of the country or whatever." And so anyway, um, uh, She says, you need to come out. You need to come out to the house. Promise me you'll come out to the house. And I was like, oh, God, I hate to interrupt, you know. So anyway, I pooped around for a little bit, took a shower, put a face on, dressed cute, and decided to go up to the front house. And man, I'll tell you what, the food, the food was unreal. She had like this stuffing stuff. Um, she had um the most outrageous turkey I think I've ever had in my life. If you ever get invited to a Black Thanksgiving, do it. The food is incredible. Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, so anyway, did all that, had a great time and some laughs, felt really loved, got hugs from the kids and everything. And it made me feel so much better because it's kind of sad when you're all alone on Thanksgiving and it's hard, when you leave home and there's the holidays and stuff and you have no family to really celebrate it with and everybody else is and they're bragging about it and everything else and you're like, leave me alone. I need to go rent some movies or something. So anyway, so uh one of the girls dropped by the house that we all worked together. And it was actually Pepper's cousin. And I'll think of her name in a minute. And this girl used to ride a bicycle. She's a black girl. She used to ride a bicycle to work all the time. And she uh um she's I thought she was really, really poor. She used to wear thongs and ride a bicycle. And so anyway, we we were sitting there and she says, hey, look, why don't we go over to so and so's house, cousin so and we will uh go say hi to them for the holidays. And it's like, who wants to go, so walk outside and there's the most beautiful white Cadillac sitting in the driveway. I mean, white on white, immaculate, basically new. And I was like, wow, nice wheels. So we all got in, we're cruising around, and come to know that this was this girl's car. The girl that I worked with who wore 99-cent rubber flip-flops riding a bicycle to work all the time. And I said, well, I mean, if you have this car, like, did you just get it? Oh, no, I've had it. And I said, well, I mean, how come you don't bring it to work? Oh, God, no, they'll probably hit it. So I ride my bicycle. And I was like, wow, okay, interesting. So, and I knew a lot of people like that through the years. I knew a girl that had like 2 Corvettes in the garage and all kinds of funny stuff. You never know it. But anyway, so we all were riding around and went to all the relatives' houses, dropping in. And that was the thing. You went to everybody's house and you popped in on this one, said hello, whatever, and they all had Thanksgiving laying out. And you might see something you wanted to try or whatever. And they would, of course, offer to you, oh, grab something to eat. And it's like, man, you end up like having 10 Thanksgivings in one day. But it's neat to see all the different stuff people make. So anyway, we were over at these people's house that were their relatives. And they were dragging me along. I was the only white girl in the crew. And so anyway, the pie, I thought I'd get a slice of this really pretty orange pumpkin pie. And gosh, it was really great. And they were giggling. And I said, the pumpkin pie is fantastic. Whoever made it, of course, all this stuff was handmade food. It was tremendous. So whoever made it just did a wonderful job. And they all kind of giggled and they looked at me with sparkling eyes. And I was kind of like, what? And they said, that's not pumpkin pie. I said, well, sure it is. What is it? I mean, it looks like pumpkin pie. I said, no, that's sweet potato pie. I said, sweet potato pie. Like, I mean, it's potato. I'm like, well, yeah. I said, well, it tastes like pumpkin pie, but better. And they're like, nope, sweet potato pie. I said, this is the greatest thing I've ever tasted. Sweet potato's a vegetable, you know? amazing. I mean, pumpkin is too, but wow, stuff's really tasty. And so if you've never had sweet potato pie, you better try it because it's outrageously good. It's made and looks just like pumpkin pie. It's just a little more orange, but it's really tasty. Anyway, so we leave there, and we go visit some other folks and all that. But I want to tell you that was the most wonderful, one of the most wonderful Thanksgivings I ever had, and I would love to see those people again. So if you guys are out there, Pepper and your kids and your cousin with the white Cadillac, I can't think of her name, or Annie, I love you guys, miss you guys, and thanks for the greatest Thanksgiving I probably ever had. What great memories. Thanks for making me do something I really didn't want to do. And that's how well you guys knew me. Uh, but you didn't want to leave me alone for the holiday. You wanted me to enjoy it with you guys. And that was really special. Thank you for treating me like family and being in my dancer family. Um, and I'll always have those memories. I love you guys. I hope everybody's doing great. And I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving today, too. Love to you and have a really blessed day. There's my first Black Thanksgiving. Have a great one.